All right, welcome back. So today we are out here with both Losi's, DBXL-E, the original, and the 2.0. So one's got the Castle system, which is the Fox edition 2.0. One's got the Hobbywing edition. I do notice my light bar is dying on the original one, and the 2.0, which has taken all kinds of hits, but I did refresh, is doing actually really well. Might be time to refresh the original. But I got the GPS 11 satellites showing on the original, and we're going to take them both out here to this park, and we're going to give them a rip across the field. Lawnmower guys here again today, so I'm going to hit start just so I don't have to carry this. It's testing. I got two remotes in my hand, and we're going to get at it. I'm going to get these things over to the park, and we're going to give them a rip. Now they've both been geared up. Oh, I remember the Losi steering. So they've both been geared up. I haven't showed the refresh on this because I know you guys are dying to see them run, but I actually had to do a lot of repairs to this one to get out today. So I did check the programming in it. I did change the pinion. One of the wheels, the pin was missing, so I had to make a pin, and yeah, just a few different things. So I'm gonna run this one first. Try to get the steering going straight. Oh, it doesn't. These just don't turn well. The turning radius on these just are terrible, and you'll see why. So I'm gonna get this one lined up. We're gonna shoot for this pole thing again, and this one's on the DX5C and the other one's on the original. So let's give it a rip and see how fast this thing is. Full trigger. I think we got maximum. As you see, even geared up. And a lot of people don't like these Duratracks on here, but I think they do pretty good. Never had an issue, and for the cost, you know, I did have to re-glue them. A lot of people were breaking rims on them, but I think they're jumping a heavy RC on something that just shouldn't be bashed that way and literally shattering the wheels. But those lockups are doing really well on this thing, and compared to these Pro lines, which I love the Pro lines, they're just heavy, those are a lot lighter. So let's see what we got on that run, and we'll let the batteries recoup. Stop, read, 51 miles an hour. You gotta love it. So what I'm gonna do is get the GPS off of here, and we're gonna stick it on the other one because I only brought one GPS. Not really worried about these things flipping over. Steering trim. This one's got double servos. And it still turns horrible. Better, but still turns horrible. I think Losi really worked on trying to fix the steering when it came to the 2.0. So it was picking up. We're gonna go ahead and hit track, start. It's testing. Let's make sure this steering's straight. So this one is geared up with just a pinion. Didn't do a spur on this one, but we're gonna go ahead and open it up. Don't need much of a run on these things. Oh, that's extremely slow. That's full trigger. Something's going on. Yeah, that's extremely slow. Punch is there. I think we're gonna have to gear this one up as well. Looks like we're gonna be adding another spur because that wasn't very fast. So we're gonna hit stop. Read 32 miles an hour. Man, that's just kind of depressing. And as you see, gearing makes a lot. And I didn't do anything with the center diff on this one. It could be diffing out as well. Both have 800 kVs. One's a Hobbywing and one is a Castle. So let me I've run this 2.0 a lot, and for some reason I remember it being a lot faster. It could be something to do with the remote controller. It's definitely not tuning because I went into the ESC, but I might have to calibrate that controller if I can remember how to do it. So let me turn the GPS off so we're not wasting batteries, because I want to get out with the Mojave. Tires should be here soon. Let's see how this thing rips. See, that's the way it should feel on a Losi. This one's got a ton of drive. Still not very fast, but plenty. 51 miles an hour is plenty for a 5th scale basher. The other one's got bigger batteries in it too. Steering's doing pretty good while it's moving. Definitely love the drive of the center diff with the earplugs in it. Braking's perfect. You can see how it bites on this grass. Still not a rocket ship, but it's doing pretty good. So I think we're gonna have to order a spur gear for the 2.0. And then I think I'm gonna put the 2.0 on my rugged, so I have more control over the controller. Yeah, what an animal this thing is. Wow, that's amazing. That's just a blast. This one seems way underpowered, the 2.0, and I just don't remember it feeling this way. That's full trigger. Stills on a spectrum, and all the bands on a spectrum should be the same when it comes to the signal for throttle, brake, all that stuff. All the signals are the same. But wonder if I should calibrate this thing. Let me try calibrating it real quick. So we're gonna kill that. Man, I can't remember. Give me 1 second, let me figure this out. All right, I'm gonna have to hook this thing back up to the laptop because reverse feels too powerful for 50%. Brake and reverse, everything seems to be normal, but it's definitely way underpowered. So we're gonna have to check data, see what's going on with this one, and then we'll get back out and run the 2.0 again. But even after all the work I did on it, something still is going on with it. But the one we just put together, awesome. Oh, you can hear the screeching from that center diff slipping. See how it's trying to come up? Oh, definitely don't like that. But watch, listen for the screeching. That'll be the center diff diffing out. Oh, it just hooked up and went that time. Definitely a perfect gear ratio. Punch is perfect. Got to be careful with doing that with high traction because you will blow out a diff or break a diff cup. Oh. That rear diff skipped on that last hit. I heard it. So you can't do standing. I'm gonna have to tighten up that rear diff a little bit. Definitely a lot of power for this RC. 51 miles an hour is what I find is a good speed for my Outcast 8S and my Creighton 8S. Definitely feels like the perfect speed for the Losi as well. 51, 55, anywhere in the 50s. When you start going more than that, you just start having overheating problems. A lot of people were saying to do a speed run with a Creighton or Italian or even a 5th scale on the rough roads. The Losi definitely would be a contender to get to 100 miles an hour pretty easily. As you see, it just sucks up the bumps. It could care less. Oh, I heard the front diff skipping too when I hit the brakes. So we're not gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna have to pop these dips open and take a look. I don't know if Losi has some updated diffs, but definitely with that kind of punch and that kind of braking, with that kind of power, you could strip out a diff. When you start hearing that clicking, you gotta let off and look into it. So, haven't stripped it yet, but I know it's coming. one of the wheels, this one is caked in look at that manure. But there we go, both out running. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.